In this video, we take a look at Goofs from my favorite comedians, the Three Stooges. We'll look at stuntmen, bloopers, uncontrollable laughter that made it into the finished scenes, effects, props, continuity goofs, and some accidents that required medical treatment for the Stooges.
We're not ordinary people. We're morons.
And believe it or not, the Three Stooges actually had their own stuntmen. And sometimes you can tell. So keep your eye on Curly's head, because something is weird when he falls from the chair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a stuntman wearing a bald cap. In Three Little Beers, a truckload of barrels is rolling down the hill towards the Stooges, where we see stunt Stooges. If you'll notice, Moe seems a little taller than usual, as all the Stooges were about the same height. With all the crazy stuff the Stooges did do, it amazes me that they occasionally did use stuntmen. You almost think of these guys as superhuman in their ability to take just about anything.
We'll use your head. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
In the Stooges' short, Three Dumb Clucks, there is definitely some weird stuff going on. Nothing out of ordinary at first, but then Curly suddenly grows hair.
1, 2.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
Not this one.
It happens again in that same short. First, Curly has his normal, almost bald look, and then all of a sudden he has hair again. Or did he get replaced by a taller doppelganger with hair? Keep your eye out on Curly's head again. It's like he gets this weird protective skull cap all of a sudden.
We're not ordinary people.
Sometimes the pace was so fast, especially with a particular director, that the Stooges occasionally messed up a line here and there.
Speak for yourself.
You don't usually pay attention to that because it just blends in with the rest of the craziness. These two bloopers in the short, flat-foot Stooges we can blame on director Charley Chase, who was always in such a hurry he never wanted to do retakes. Although honestly, I don't think you'd ever know if you weren't paying really close attention.
You know, that's the first mouse I ever smelled that smelled like fire.
When Moe blows his line, he's supposed to say, "What do you expect, a firehouse mouse to smell like a petunia?" Now try saying that 5 times fast.
What did you expect a firehouse mouse to smell like? A petunia?
Check this out. I think Curly actually got a little upset with Moe, for real.
It's, you know.
People do tend to get kind of irritated when they have to rush through something. So what do y'all think? Did it look like Curly actually got mad for a second? Curly blew a line too, and here it is.
No, the horses fall on the harness. The harness fall on the horses. Mm-hmm.
And Cactus makes perfect. Curly hits the actor's hat with the eye poke. Obviously, of course, the trick was to miss the eyes and hit the forehead, but this was way off. Now, as funny as the Stooges were, it stands to reason that a lot of people lost control. I mean, they just started laughing whether in front of or behind the camera. Like in this scene where the Stooges are eating a crab, shell and all. The actress just can't help herself. She cracks up. Notice she's putting her head down. She's trying to hold the laughter in so it doesn't get caught on camera. In all the world's a Stooge, when Curly says the line, "Oh, jumping beans," Moe can be heard starting to laugh off screen. It happens on an episode where the Stooges are doing dentistry. Now that's a nightmare scenario.
Ooh, jumping beans.
Did you catch Moe snickering at the end? Listen one more time.
Ooh, jumping beans.
In the short Socka Bye Baby from 1942, when the Stooges are trying to change a baby's diaper and Moe shouts the word scissors, Larry is about to start laughing. He has to do everything he can to hold it in.
Scissors. Scissors. Pin. Pin. Scissors. Scissors.
In G.I. Want a Home, you can hear the crew laughing at Moe getting eggs splashed all over his face.
Well, that's that.
Sometimes the editing and continuity had a few goofs here and there. It didn't always make sense. In Disorder in the Court, when Curly tries to catch a parrot, of course the bird turns into a fake bird, but I guess that's part of the fun. Anyway, Curly takes a hammer and, missing the bird, hits the first row of the jury, knocking them out, but not the second row, because Moe comes in and stops him. Moments later, though, the back row is completely knocked out. Somewhere there may be footage where Curly actually knocked out all the members of the jury, but we may never see it. In A Pain in the Pool Man, back in 1936, when a monkey pulls the emergency brake cord in the train car, everyone falls to the floor except the conductor and the guy behind him, who suddenly appear, having not been fazed at all by the sudden stop. Now in the short Wee Wee Monsieur, back in 1938, when Curly jumps out of an apartment window, he clearly lands on the sidewalk and not on melons that appear stuck to his feet a moment later, as if he had landed on them and we just missed it. Sometimes the special effects and props didn't always go the way they could have went. In movie Maniacs from 1936, when one of Curly's pancakes gets stuck on the ceiling, a crew member's hand can be seen throwing the cake upwards. Isn't it strange that you could watch something 1,000,000 times and something be right there in front of your face and you miss it? In Back to the Woods, after Curly accidentally throws a bucket of water onto unconscious Indians that want his scalp, he drops the bucket. Suddenly, the bucket has no bottom, as you can see right through it. I'm not sure if this was a goof or a magic trick, actually.
I shall. Thank you.
This is a good one to file under how did they do that? When a customer eats some super hot pepperinos and is gulping a pint of water, you can see a hose draining the water underneath his right elbow. In Loco Boy Makes Good, Curly has supposedly slid on a bar of soap across the floor, hitting Moe, and then he falls down. The soap stays attached to Curly's foot, though, and it turns out it's actually a piece of wood with 4 wheels attached.
Don't you dare hit me in the head. You know I'm not normal. Why?
Now, just in case you wondered where Moe's fingers actually land when he does the eye poke. Moe is just so fast you can't tell that he's not poking somebody in the eye. In Busybuddies, Curly thinks he can milk a bull, which he gets him knocked over a fence. When Curly gets thrown over the fence the first time, you can see a hand throwing a stunt dummy, which is supposed to be Curly. In the short Uncivil Warriors, way back in 1935, when they're walking in the river, Curly is walking next to a horse, and both are wearing high water boots. Just before that, they only show their legs, and it's obviously 6 human legs walking in a line. That you're supposed to think belong to a horse and Curly. Is it a goof? Not really. I think it's just the Stooges messing with us. Sometimes the Three Stooges got really hurt because even if they did have stuntmen, they still did a lot of their own stunts. Some really crazy stuff too. According to my research, the Three Stooges were cut by flying glass in one of the mini scenes where the glass door slams and breaks in the short Men in Black from 1934. I read that in the short Horse's Collars from 1935, Moe accidentally pokes Curly in the eyes for real, but with closer inspection it appears as he only got one eye on the edge. Probably still didn't feel very good though. Moe Howard broke several ribs performing his own stunt in this scene from Pardon My Scotch in 1935. The scene was re-edited and used in another short as well. They say that Moe, being the trooper that he was, stood up and finished the scene. And that's a tough guy. I have an important safety tip for you. Never let one of the Three Stooges drive your car, especially Curly. I'm just saying.
Are you going to drive or am I going to drive?
All right, you drive. Go ahead.
In the short False Alarms, when Moe is helping a woman out of the car trunk after the Stooges' accident, she accidentally kicks the actress behind her in the jaw. In the short Three Dumb Clucks, Curly was injured in the scene where 2 henchmen pushed him down an elevator shaft. Supposedly he landed head first and his scalp was opened up. A studio physician stitched up the injury. Now you can tell there is something weird with Curly's head in the scene where he's changing hats. It looks like he's got some sort of patch on his head that's supposed to look like hair. During filming of A Gem of a Jam in 1943, when the gurney that Curly was lying on was being tilted, it tilted too far, causing Curly to bang his head on the edge of a windowsill. His head got a gash in it, requiring 9 stitches. Curly went back to work immediately afterwards. Well, always remember when you watch a Three Stooges short, be on the lookout for curly clones with ball caps on. I appreciate you watching. Before you go, check out my other Stooge videos. I've got some Stooge parodies you might like. One with Lucille Ball, a couple with the Incredible Hulk that I think are pretty funny, and lots of goofs from all kinds of different TV shows like Superman, Batman, all the old stuff. And I've got some facts videos too. A lot of cool stuff. Also, if you like cartoons, I've got another channel, Brady Cat Cartoons. It's family-friendly animation, and it's just starting out. I appreciate it if you subscribe to that channel. And on this video, if you would hit like and comment, let me know what you like about the video, what you don't like about the video. But if you do, please hit like so it'll help it get a little farther in the YouTube algorithms. And just if you comment, it just means a lot to me to let me know what you think. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.